Let's go with the next one. And before you start it, I felt like you were about to click it. I did. This is this is the way the left protests. And I want to know exactly how this is actually sticking at the target. But okay, let's go.
Let's see.
People to see this live video. We are at the Target in Edina. We've got to have about 70 people in line here. Everybody bought salt and they're returning it. Why? Because we are asking that Target step up as a corporation of moral courage in this critical moment in our country. ICE is leveraging Target's silence. They are abducting Target employees.
No, they're not.
They are staging in Target parking lots.
No, they're
They are going into Target stores and using it as propaganda opportunities.
Okay,
We
all
are
right.
asking Target.
I'm tired of listening to her. So what they're doing to protest ICE is they're buying salt and then returning it. I don't see the correlation of like, maybe you can educate me on this. What's the correlation of people protesting by buying salt and then returning it?
Yeah, man. I'm really
It makes zero sense to buy. I can understand ice. Like if you bought ice, that would actually make a bigger point. If you're protesting ice,
and you
go buy ice because ice is ice, dude. Like why would you return ice?
Yeah.
But if you go, that would make way more sense. They're that stupid.
That would be symbolic. There would be a symbolic quality to that, but salt. Unless it's the fact that you put salt on icy roads to keep from slipping.
Maybe
but that's kind of a stretch. I think they're just doing this. They just picked salt arbitrarily. But if everyone buys it and they line up to return it, then what they're going to do is muck up the in-store system of Target when it comes to being able to deal with all these returns. And their customer service is going to suffer from it because that line was going out the store. Which really, this is just the left, man. These people they go out of their way, Nick, to be as unlikable as they possibly can because that is anything but likable. These people they're just petty. They're petty. They're mindless. They think they're clever, but they're just the bottom of the barrel. Unlikability is all they possess, man. These people, I can't stand.
I don't understand how they can be so like brainwashed. Like this is just proof that people can be brainwashed by the simplest thing.
Yeah,
like this is CNN. This is the left wing media saying go out and protest.
They're just being, by the way, bad citizens. That's all they're doing. That's why they're doing it.
About the Ice Watch app.
No.
There's an app where if you sign, and I think you and I should both download it, but leftists can download it and report ICE agent scenes. Like if you see and you can report it, that way people can come protest against it.
Oh, that's interesting.
So this is what I propose we do. I propose all of us conservatives, and we get a coalition together, you know what I mean? And we download the app, and we just report ICE agent spottings or seeings or whatever in a random spot where there's no ICE agents, and then it sends all the liberals to one spot where no ICE agents.
That's smart. Actually, that would be a wonderful way to like undermine their processes.
Yes.
The way they're trying to undermine our processes or Target's processes or ICE's process.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
make it be out in the middle of a field out in West Texas.
That's great, man. That's great.
Or right in the middle of a football field where no ICE agent is.
Yeah.
Like, I would okay. If you guys are watching this, let's absolutely do that. All of us conservatives, especially conservative creators who have a following, MAGA Megs, Clear Patriot, like all you guys that we follow each other. Let's download the ICE Watch app and let's just report all just random sightings of ICE agents where ICE agents are nowhere near.
I think that's awesome. Yeah.
Let's do that. All right, let's go with the next one.
Okay. So I'm on TikTok and someone says, without due process, how do you know if someone's illegal? I said, scream, La Migra! If they run, they're illegal. Thank you for coming to my TikTok.
I love it, man.
Dude,
I love it.
I've come across a couple of hers.
That's
and
great. Isn't she the one that said, if you come in with no due process,
yes,
you got to go out with no due process.
Wait, no due process in, no due process out.
Yeah, okay.
That's her. She does these little short videos. I love this creator. I don't even know her name.
She's awesome, man. Yeah. The first time I saw her was, I don't know if you sent me that clip or,
I think I did.
Yeah, I came across. I was like, oh man, that's one of those moments where I went, I wish I'd have thought of that.
I know, right?
Hey,
like no due process in, no due process out. That is the most common sense way of thinking about illegal immigration.
100%.
Like and people are saying left is doing that. Due process, due process, due process. Whenever she said that, I'm like, that is genius.
It's genius. Yeah.
Like, holy cow.
You know why?
Get in here with due process. You don't get due process whenever we kick you out.
Exactly.
Because you're not a citizen.
It's smart because it possesses this little thing called logic.
Which the liberals possess none of.
No,
well, they actually do possess logic, but it's liberal logic, which makes zero sense or has zero common sense.
It's like girl math. All right,
Okay, wait. Before we go to the next one, this one, you might get angry.
Okay.
So...
I've been trying real hard to control my anger lately, Nick. No more pacing around my apartment, talking out loud to myself.
I understand, but here, let me. When it comes to this specific, I wanted to talk about this specific one because I also got an email from one of our followers. Speaking against this.
Okay,
and she's a psychiatrist, so we might be able to read.
Being her or her?
Yeah. Hey, dude, this right here.
Yeah.
There's a tightener. Right?
Yeah. I've played with it enough to where it's not tight anymore.
No, tighten that.
It won't tighten.
Oh, you just gotta go the right way.
No, it's not tightening it.
Tighten it more.
It's
okay. Now check.
That's a little tighter. All right, man. Let's go.
All right.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Stop messing with it.
Does her body count matter? Hell yes, it does. And I am not talking about slut shaming here. I am talking about science and real facts. Every person you sleep with leaves a psychological and biological blueprint on your brain. You cannot just tequila shot your way into amnesia and pretend that the slate is clean. It doesn't work that way. Every hookup rewires the emotional circuitry a little bit more. And that part is one that nobody likes to talk about. When the count gets high, she doesn't just get experienced. She becomes a detachment professional.
Oh, that's good.
Into
that
muscle memory.
Good.
Bonding starts buffering like Wi-Fi. You're not her first rodeo,
detachment
buddy. You
professional.
are the rerun. And let's be real.
You are a rerun.
Here's the checklist to follow. She still compares you to her exes. She uses sex like a validation machine, and her trust issues on steroids. That is not necessarily emotional baggage. That is a whole cemetery she is carrying around on her backside. And the data backs it up, okay? The Institute for Family Studies found women with 10 or more partners have an 82% divorce rate.
Pause it. Pause it. Because that's so freaking true. If it's over 10 bodies, they have
an
82% divorce rate. My gosh,
that
dude.
Is
so before she continues with her proof, because she's cooking right now, I want to read this girl's email. I'm not going to read her name because I think she wants to stay anonymous, but she says, I went into civilian aviation trained in corporation aviation, Spartan, blah, blah, blah. I've always been drawn to the brain and performance under pressure. So I earned a master's in social work and worked in behavioral hospitals, law enforcement, private practice, and with Navy SEALs. So this is her experience. Focusing on muscle memory, limbic response, and executive function. As an adult, I raced Ironman triathlons for years with Rulon Racing, which only deepened my obsession with how the brain, discipline, and stress physiology actually give drive performance when things get hard. And honestly, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. This is just her being whatever. So with all that being said, she said, now your question, does body count reveal a personal character? Or a person's character?
Sure, yeah.
And she said, short answer, no. It reveals how a nervous system learned to bond and regulate, not a person's moral quality.
Oh, that's a crock, dude.
I completely agree, because what she just said completely disproves that. I'm sorry to our follower. I'm reading what you said, and then I'm also seeing the reports that this person's giving.
I don't believe that. I think moral character is on the front lines.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Now, she goes on a lot more, but I think that's just the gist of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I love what every word that's coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
But she lost me at about 4 seconds in when she said it's not about slut shaming. Oh, yes, it is. It's absolutely about slut shaming, because it is about your moral character.
She has to say that to be able to say this is not. I'm not trying to. She's giving science. Let's go ahead and watch the rest of it.
All right.
Or admit that they chase the high, not the guy. The CDC data shows that pair bonding ability drops about 15% with each new partner. And according to the IFS, over 90% of virgin brides are still married after 10 years.
Let's go.
Numbers don't lie, my friends. Biology doesn't bend. Oxytocin, dopamine, and pair bonding, they are all dull with repetition. Every time she gives herself away, the emotional glue weakens. So yeah, body count matters. Lock in the low count queen. She bonds like super glue. The high count, that is Teflon. Gone by sunrise.
That is Teflon.
Still saying, oh, it's just a number, okay? And drop a heart in the comments if you are guarding your blood.
Yeah. So that is absolutely true. This is something we've been preaching, but she actually brought like studies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she brought, as they would say, receipts.
She brought
receipts on the body count. Of course, body count, I think we said this on our last episode. I mean, everything you need to know about a woman's wife ability, whether it's her impulse control, her decision-making skills, her ability to practice resignation, which is patience and understanding, her ability to pair bond, her ability to, you name it, is all determined by her body count. You can tell, like, if a girl's got 10 plus bodies, well, she's probably pretty weak in all these areas.
Oh yeah.
And God forbid you say that too loud, because they just get mad at you.
Yeah. By the way, we're doing our podcast right now, and this is a video I'm recording to my girlfriend.
Oh, so,
hey,
what's up, E?
What's up, Easy E?
Yo.
Not Easy E.
It's a rapper from the past.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
Easy E.
Yeah, she's amazing E.
Amazing E.
Yeah,
she's excellent E.
Excellent E. I like it. Love you, babe. Mwah. Okay, let's go with the next video.